Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Excited for Squid Game Season 3 or need a refresher on all the mayhem? We're jumping into Season 2's intense 7-episode saga, packed with deadly games, shocking betrayals, and jaw-dropping twists. If you're needing a Season 1 catch-up, check out our other recap video for the full rundown. So grab a snack, settle in, and let's dive into Gi-hun's fight to take down the games. It's 3 years after Gi-hun won the Squid Game and its massive 45.6 billion won prize. He's not living large though. He's on a mission to destroy the game's shadowy organizers. Holed up in a grimy Seoul motel, Gi-hun's pouring his winnings into a manhunt, hiring a crew of loan sharks led by Mr. Kim and his sidekick Woo-seok to track the recruiter, that slick Dakji-playing guy from Season 1. Meanwhile, Detective Jun-ho, who we thought was dead after being shot by the frontman, aka his brother, is actually alive. He's laying low, but still determined to expose the organization running the games. Gi-hun's team spots the salesman in a subway, luring a desperate dude with a red and blue tile game, promising cash. They tail him, but the recruiter's sharp. He catches Woo-seok and another goon, kidnapping them to a warehouse. There, he forces them into a twisted rock, paper, scissors game with a Russian roulette twist using a 6-shooter. Eventually, Gi-hun catches up to the recruiter, and the two have a tense standoff. It ends in a deadly game of Russian roulette. Gi-hun survives, but the recruiter doesn't. Gi-hun's got a new lead left behind by the salesman. The Squid Game card points to an invite for Club HDH on Halloween. He teams up with Jun-ho, who initially arrests him for the recruiter's death, but switches sides after Gi-hun pitches a plan to take down the game for good. Elsewhere, Kang No-eul, a North Korean defector scraping by as a mascot at an amusement park, bonds with a sick kid named Nayeon. She comes across one of those Squid Game calling cards and decides to dial the number. Meanwhile, Gi-hun takes things up a notch. He actually gets a tracker implanted in his tooth, just in case things go south. He finds the location of a Halloween party based on a card left behind by the recruiter. Once there, he gets into a car and ends up talking directly to the frontman. Gi-hun tells him straight up he wants back in. He wants to join the games again, but his team loses track of him, and before he knows it, he's gassed unconscious. No-eul joins the games, but not as a player. She's recruited as one of the pink-suited guards, officially stepping into the dark side. Episode 3 kicks off with Gi-hun waking up in that familiar dorm room. He's back in the game, rocking his old number, 456. It's official. Among the players are his best friend Jung-bae, player 390, a bar owner drowning in debt, a mother-son duo Jang-gyum-ja and Yong-sik, players 149 and 007, a cocky rapper named Thanos, player 230, pregnant woman Kim Jun-hee, player 222, her ex, washed-up YouTuber Myung-gi, player 333, and trans ex-marine Hyun-ju, player 120. Outside the island, Gi-hun's crew is tracking the GPS signal from that tracker he got implanted in his tooth. They follow it all the way to a fisherman's box, yeah. Turns out the tracker was pulled out and dumped, meaning the team just lost him completely. Back inside the game, it's go time. The first game is green light, red light, and Gi-hun instantly realizes what's about to happen. He tries warning the others, telling them they'll actually die if they move. But no one believes him. That is, until the first person gets shot and panic sets in. Players are gunned down by pink-suited guards, including No-eul, who's now a sniper. When it's over, the survivors are in total shock. Some of them want out, and technically, they can leave. The rules say if a majority votes to stop, the games end, and the prize money gets split between the remaining players. But of course, greed kicks in. The amount per person isn't enough to erase all their debt, so most players vote to keep going. The final vote comes down to player 001, but here's the twist. He's actually the frontman in disguise. He casts the final vote in favor, sealing everyone's fate. The games continue. Gi-hun starts suspecting what's coming next. He tells a few players to get ready for Dalgona, thinking they'll need to carve out candy shapes just like last time. Meanwhile, No-eul is already getting in trouble. She's part of the soldiers now, but she refuses to play along with the organ trafficking stuff. She's been killing off wounded players before they can be harvested, which obviously doesn't sit well with the higher-ups. Outside, police officer Jun-ho is getting desperate. He tries to expose the games, reaching out to his department for help, but there's just not enough solid proof. The system needs more than a missing persons theory to act. Back inside, Gi-hun has this bizarre nightmare where he's forced to carve an impossible dalgona shape, like something no one could ever beat. He wakes up anxious, but turns out the next game isn't dalgona at all. Instead, it's a brutal twist, a six-legged pentathlon. Each team's 5 players are bound together at the ankles, forcing them to move as one unit. They have to complete 5 traditional Korean kids games, one after another. But if even one player fails or takes too long, the entire team is eliminated. No second chances. Episode 5 kicks off with the team that includes the mother, son duo, Gi-hun and Yong-sik, barely surviving the last challenge, just scraping through. Gi-hun's team nails the minigames one by one until it's player 001's turn. He gets stuck on his game and struggles through it, making things tense for everyone. Eventually, he completes it after a few tries. In the end, Gi-hun finishes the last minigame for his team, securing their narrow win. The players have another vote on whether to continue or quit the games. This time, voting starts with player 001 and goes down the line. Yong-sik shocks everyone by betraying his mom, voting stay for the prize money. Gi-hun's friend Jung-bae also votes stay. Gi-hun is the last to vote, but the decision is already made. Most players want to keep going, so his quit vote doesn't change the outcome. Meanwhile, Jun-ho and his team are still on the hunt, continuing their search for the island and the truth behind the games. Then a new game begins, Mingle. This one's about quick thinking and speed. Players must form groups that match a number the announcer calls out, like 3 or 5, and rush to specific rooms before the timer hits 0. Anyone left outside when time's up gets shot on the spot. Gi-hun's team sticks together. Chaos breaks loose right from the start. People are scrambling to form the right-sized groups in time. And those who don't, gunned down instantly. It's brutal. In one of the rounds, Yong-sik gets pulled into a group and separated from his mom, Gi-hun. She's left behind, confused and alone, wandering without a clue what to do, until Gi-hun and player 001, Yong-il, spot her and step in to help. They pull her into their group just in time. Later, in the final round of the game, Yong-il and Jung-bae end up in a room with a third guy, but the rules say only 2 allowed. So Yong-il kills the third man, just like that, cold and calculated. Back at the dorms, tension builds again. Another vote is coming. The X's, those who want out, start working on strategies, trying to flip more people to their side before it's too late. When the votes are cast, it's a tie. The votes push to the next day, clearly a move by the game masters to stir paranoia and make players turn on each other overnight. Meanwhile, Jun-ho and his team fall into a trap while scouting. They open a mysterious door that leads underground, but once they open it, boom, it explodes. And to top it all off, a late-night brawl in the men's bathroom sees Myung-gi stab Thanos to death. Yeah, it's that kind of episode. Other players die in the chaos, shifting the vote toward X. The mood, super tense. Everyone knows a vote is coming, and now the O's are desperate. We're back on Jun-ho's ship. The drone pilot spots something sketchy. The captain's messing with his drone. He tries to confront him, but the captain stabs him and dumps his body overboard like it's nothing. Inside the game, the X's are expecting the O's to strike at night. It's obvious. If the X's die, tomorrow's vote swings in the O's favor, so the X's start plotting. Some say they should hit first, but Gi-hun, he's thinking bigger. He tells them, forget the other players. It's time to go after the people running the game. He wants to take down the frontman himself, the guy in the black mask. When the lights go out, all hell breaks loose. The O's attack the X's, but Gi-hun's team, they're lying low, waiting, then boom, they ambush the soldiers and grab their guns. Finally armed, they recruit a few others and start a mission to storm the higher-ups. As they head toward the frontman's area, they're met with heavy resistance. A full-on gunfight breaks out. Gi-hun and his friend Jung-bae split from the others to go directly after the frontman. Player 001, Young-il, takes 2 guys and follows to back Gi-hun up, but when they're ambushed and run out of ammo, Young-il straight up kills the 2 teammates. Then he radios Gi-hun, it's over, we've been caught. Meanwhile, the other rebel team's also pinned down. They're low on ammo, soldiers are closing in, everything's falling apart. In the final scene, the frontman himself walks up to Gi-hun and without hesitation shoots Jung-bae in the chest as punishment for playing the hero. Brutal! That's the wild ride of Squid Game Season 2. Games, betrayal, and epic cliffhangers. But here's a hot question. Was Gi-hun's rebellion doomed from the start? Comment below and we'll see you next time.